Welcome to the Local Marketing Source Weekly Update, brought to you by localmarketingsource.com. This update is taken from the Local Marketing Source Professional Development Program for local marketers.
This week's Local Marketing Update is brought to you by Scott Gallagher. Scott is the co-founder of Local Marketing Source and has become the recognized expert in providing online marketing services to local businesses. Follow Scott on Twitter @ScottGallagher5 and on Facebook.com/ScottPGallagher.
Hey everyone, Scott Gallagher here with Local Marketing Source, and we're bringing you our weekly local internet marketing update. And our next LMS Faculty Call is going to be Wednesday, January 16th at 4 p.m. Well, this is going to be a good week. We've got a couple of tips to be able to cover and a few... Whoa, hang on a second. I just burnt my son's Taekwondo outfit. I had it on my lights. What a mistake. Anybody that's watching the camera, we can take a look. What a way to start out a call. You know, when you're on camera, the show must go on, right? But having said that, next week we are going to have a hot seat for LMS members. So any LMS members that are on the call right now, we're going to post something in the private Facebook group. And what a hot seat is you can bring one of your existing clients or you can bring your business to the table. We have some dialogue and some communication between us before we start. And then once we start, we'll get in and dive in and answer any questions that you have, taking a look at it, doing some screen sharing. Last one we did was with Catherine. We spent well over an hour on the phone. We uncovered a lot of different things, and she was very happy with that. So that hot seat is going to be next Wednesday. That's the 16th of January 2013. And any LMS active students in the Facebook group can make a request or send me an email. This week we've got some tips. Last week we talked about a company blog. This week we're going to talk about link building and external links in 2013 for local businesses. And we've also got some updates. Google now providing phone support and the relevancy of that and the importance of that. The new Google Plus local dashboard. Some listings of video within Google search results and what that is all about, and some free Wi-Fi popping up in some American cities by some big corporations and exactly what that might mean. So when we start to look at those, it's going to be exciting because internet's relevant. And is internet really a privilege for a country's citizens? Well, that's a big debate among many countries. But all right, for this week's update, external links. And link building has always been the pivot of search engine optimization. We always talk about quality links, not quantity of links to be able to acquire. But there's a variety of different places that local businesses can acquire links or a citation. And when you're thinking of a local business, you've got to think of your audience and where's your audience going to reside. Well, you've got two different pieces to it. You've got the local side and you've got, or your geo side, your geographical side, and you've got your theme side. So if you're a dentist, you may be located in Chicago, so everything to do with Chicago is your local geographical side, and everything to do with dentistry is your theme-related side. So you want to identify and be listed on a variety of different location-based websites, whether that's your local chamber of commerce, your local newspaper, your local government organization, local networking groups that may be around different joint ventures. If you're a chiropractor, you may want to partner up with a massage therapist firm and be listed on their site and whatnot. Different local directories. There's ways to search and use Google to find local directories. And then, of course, theme-related pages. And that would be industry associations, industry publications, industry magazines, different social networking sites, different groups that exist out there within LinkedIn and Facebook and Meetup and whatnot, and in other sites that have high authority or exposure. All right, so that's just a quick overview. If you're a local business, you'll want to visit my agency at onemarketing.com. We do very extensive webinars on citation acquisition strategies. If you're want to provide this service to local internet, or a local internet marketing agency, and provide this service to local businesses, you want to visit localmarketingsource.com, and we've got a 6-week course that's for free, that if you sign up you'll be able to get that, and we'll give you all the steps and exactly where to get that with some video content at no charge. Both of these pieces of content are available through both of my businesses. We try to earn your business as opposed to shoving it down your throat. In any event, announced yesterday, finally, Google is now providing phone support for local verification issues. Woo, it's a big deal, guys. This is a big one. It's about time. We haven't tried the support yet, and we are going to get to that and be able to give you some feedback next week on how easy it is to get through and who to speak to and what they do. We've got some clients that we could definitely use some help with. So now, is the Google Plus local dashboard moving towards a freemium model? That's a new word. That's a Blumenthal word. And we've been talking about some of the changes that Google has really implemented, especially this new free phone call service. And there's a lot of questions that come up with it. It's really nice that Google has done this, but why now? Is it only available in the United States, or is it available throughout the world? Can I call on behalf of my customer, or does my customer have to call? Can agencies call? Are there going to be other support aspects that are going to be included in this beyond just the verification issue? But it really comes down to why. It's been, why now? Why not a year ago? What's going on at Google? We've seen over the last couple of years the challenges that they've got in terms of their database of businesses, at least in the United States. They've come to semblance, in my opinion, that they need manpower in order to rectify that and clean that up. Now, inside of local listings, in the 7-pack, we are seeing some video results. Very standalone, but location-based local videos. Dun, 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 dun. You see the light bulbs coming on. Is this a test? Maybe. It was spotted a couple of days ago. Something else is beeping and making really funny noises in my office. This is an interesting call. That's kind of trippy. Burning clothes and funny noises going off. In any event, what this means is we can create videos that are relevant for local businesses and get them listed into the 7-pack if Google moves forward with this. This is a big deal. We've been promoting video content for quite some time. We've looked at, we've even had in one of our faculty member call tips, discussing the 4 different types of videos that we create for local businesses. That being a testimonial video, number 1, walkthrough video, number 2, commercial style video that's an operationally focused, and then of course one that's marketing focused. Each of those different videos have different elements to them. For example, testimonial video. You don't want a 2.5-minute video of one person giving you the same stuff over and over. You don't want 10 people with 30 seconds giving you stuff either. What you want to do is you want to identify your product or your service. You want to understand the buying behavior that goes along with that. In other words, the objections that people typically are faced with, whether they're going to make that decision or not. And then answer those questions in your testimonial video. You collect 10 testimonials that are 2.5 minutes long, and each of those testimonials is going to have 10 or 15 second segments that you're going to be able to pull out and answer these objections that you uncover during the sale process. These are the types of videos. They're going to get shared more, they're going to get exposed more, they're going to get liked more. You make sure that you're constantly feeding down your distribution channels, your email channels, your social channels, and you get that viewership up high. One little trick, as well as with YouTube, by the way, for anybody that's producing video, the moment that you upload that video to YouTube, you've got a 24-hour window. And within that 24-hour window, you want to get as many views as possible, because that determines where that video is going to be ranked down the road. It's a big factor. The more views you get right off the bat, the better you are. So you create the video, you upload it, you get those views, and guess what? You get shown up into the results. Now, not only the first city in the United States, but New York. The city of New York is getting free Wi-Fi. By who? Google. Google, what is it, Kansas City, #1, got the gigabit Ether network, and New York is now getting a wireless network for free. This is a big deal, guys, because people are going to be no longer able to profit off of access. You're going to be able to profit off of content. It's a big deal. Companies like AT&T and Comcast, they're going to profit off the value of the service that they provide. Everybody should have access to the network, just like water, right? That's kind of what Google looks at Wi-Fi as, or the internet. It's a basic human right. They're almost going to that extent. I think it's cool. All right, so having said that, we had a short update this week with some short tips. So that's going to be the conclusion of this week's update. Until next week, and now I'm going to open the floor to some live questions for LMS members.